All right, bang. Today is Wednesday. It's July 10th. Welcome to the Dog Walk, presented by Barstool Sports. Free Swim Wednesday. We are back after a week off for the 4th of July festivities. It's myself, Eddie. We have Danny Conrad here. We have Chief here.
You low energy today?
We went to a concert yesterday.
You did.
I wouldn't say low energy. I would say like a little.
You're dragging ass a little bit.
Yeah, for a Tuesday, like I should be in a better spot.
Okay.
I feel fine though. I will say, I always feel fine when I'm wearing my Rowback.
Oh.
You know that. You know how much we love Rowback. You know how much we love sports. Maybe hard to believe, but we actually love Rowback more than sports.
They go together very nicely.
They do, yeah.
They went together for me nicely during NASCAR. Felt light, breezy. It was great.
Yeah, it was nice. They got swim trunks. They got the built-in boxer brief liner that's incredible. The designs are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Rowback everyday shorts that are unmatched. There's no shorts in the market quite like them. You can wear a polo untucked with them for a clean look, or you can put them on a tee and go play pickle, enjoy a long walk, or wear them around the city on a hot day.
I played pickleball a few weeks ago at that place in the West Loop. Place was covered with Rowback. Yeah. Everyone's wearing Rowback.
Pickleball's made for Rowback.
Yeah.
It really is. And obviously the polos are made for the golf course. Mm-hmm. I wore it. I played Eaglewood this Saturday. Wore my Rowback. I didn't play well, but at least I looked good. So the collar's crisp. The fabric is a moisture wicking for those hot summer days, and the designs are incredible. The only reason we wear polos is because of Rowback. So use code DOG on Rowback.com for a generous 20% off for all new customers through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all shorts, swim trunks, and more with code DOG. They will shut that promo code off at the end of the week, so act now, please. Trust me, it's worth it. It's Rowback. It's nice quality. So it might be a little more pricier, but with that discount, you're stealing from them. It's great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wear a Rowback, wear the hats and everything, but I'm not a golfer. So when it comes to wearing the golf polos, I almost feel like I'm committing stolen valor, like when the hipsters used to wear Carhartt.
Yeah, I think that's fine though.
Yeah,
but that's
it's just a fashion piece at some point too.
That's it. All right, how are you guys feeling?
I'm all right. I'm one coffee in. Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
I could use another as well.
Yeah, it's been quite the couple weeks. We spent a lot of time together, even though we were off. We went to Nashville. Mm-hmm. We went to the Chicago street race. It was a lot.
Back-to-back NASCAR weekends.
Yeah.
Rare.
Couple observations about Nashville.
Okay.
And I think we're both on the same page. The South in the summer.
I can't do it, man.
I think I'm retiring from that.
We landed, so I overpacked because last time we went to Nashville, we were there a long time, but I had to make a pit stop to go buy clothes.
Mm-hmm.
When we were in that Airbnb last year, when we were honky-tonking our balls off. I had 4 shirt changes and 2 underwear changes the first day. So we landed around 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
So I, from the airport to the hotel, I'm like, I got to change out of this shirt. Then every time I had an opportunity, I was changing my shirt because I just sweat through everything.
Yeah, it was
unbearably
hot.
Yeah. First day work practice with pads.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Where it just slaps you right in the face. And I thought I was kind of prepared because I went to Tampa a couple weeks before that, and obviously everyone knows Florida in the summer. It really is different. Chicago had a crazy heat wave a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was like a break being here.
Oh, it was incredible. Yeah.
It really is just different.
I'm is the outside air conditioned here? What's going on?
That's what, we get so much shit for our winters. I feel like they don't get enough shit for their summers.
They kind of try telling us in their defense. We're like, hot is hot. We'd rather have a hot than cold.
Yeah.
Then, at that concert.
you're just trying to keep us out of here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was looking around at you guys at that concert, and, usually guys will get the typical armpit sweat, maybe some neck sweat. There was shoulder sweat, spots drenched in your shirt that you never seen before, belly button sweat, thigh sweat.
Yeah, it was nice. Obviously, bigger guy, so I'm sweaty more than everyone else. But it was nice that I was brother in arms with you guys, everyone. I took the picture with Hawk Tua, and obviously had some shoulder sweat and shit. And I saw Tommy Smokes' picture, and he was sweating his balls off. So I was like, all right, it's not just me, guys.
Hawk Tua was just glistening though.
Yeah,
there's something about sometimes girls just don't sweat. They don't look gross necessarily.
Yeah, it turns into glow.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so if you're a Tennessee native, are you just throwing out all the light gray shirts? Like, why bother?
Dude, it was that concert. We saw Zach Bryan, so we didn't say that, but it was unbearable. Like I looked at Danny and I was like, he's in a bad way. You know, like you were like, we gotta get out of here.
It was one of those nights where it was like I was drinking the whole time, couldn't get drunk. I would just drink it and then it would immediately sweat out my pores.
In Chicago, I feel like even if it's every 20 minutes, you get a breeze that kind of brings your body temperature back down. It was like 3 hours straight of 110 degrees. Yeah, I said before, top 3 hottest I've ever been in my life.
They got to have some kind of gloves or something when they're playing instruments, because like you just get like you're running around on stage when it's 95 with 95% humidity. Like, how do you even like hold a guitar? How do you hold a guitar pick without it having to slip out of your hands because of sweat? You got to chalk up like they're an Olympic gymnast or something.
Yeah, those like car windshield covers have to be borderline mandatory there.
Yeah.
The little looks like a tinfoil blanket. I always wanted one of those. Speaking of which,
Better Call Saul's brother wraps around him.
Yeah, exactly. Chuck. That pussy. I think
I almost went full Chuck mode.
Yeah,
in Tennessee.
Look, I'm not kidding you, Danny. He looked like the guy who lost his mind in a horror movie. Like tries to warn people, like, "Hey, don't go in that room." Like Danny.
Mind you, you guys, I don't know what you were doing. Were you like backstage at all for Hug to a Girl?
Yeah. Afterwards.
For a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like that was the difference. Like you had a little grace period at some point within that 3-hour concert.
Oh, no, we didn't go down. We didn't do that.
That was after.
That was after with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was also in the crowd, not in the pit for a good while, just elbow to elbow with people. That didn't help.
Yeah. Yeah, I would actually say the walk back, they have that bridge that I don't even know what river that is, but you go back over exiting the stadium with, I think, every single person that was in the stadium. Everyone leaves the same way from Nissan.
Chief, that was my next point.
Yeah.
They don't warn you enough. The Nashvillians, or whatever they call themselves, don't warn you enough about that walk from Nissan back to Broadway.
Yeah.
You are basically an extra in The Walking Dead. Yeah. Everyone's walking that bridge, and it's something I never want to do again.
1 mile per hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's truly Walking Dead shit.
Mm-hmm. Herd of the White Walkers.
Yeah.
And like it was an awesome show, but it was like, holy fuck. And like luckily the Barstool bar is like right there at the end of the bridge. It was like an oasis. You walk in, that AC hits you, and it was like, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just dragging your buddy across the bridge.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Yeah. I will say I did find a top 10 bar in the nation there, which you guys didn't come with me, which was kind of sad. Shout out to my guy Lance behind the
Santa's Bar, dude. What a place. That place rules. Definitely rules.
It's going to be in this week's 773 TV. Just me and Lance went. It's so little background. People out there, if you know, you know. It's this little dive bar. It's like a couple miles off Broadway, so you got to take an Uber to get there. It's basically like a little house. Like it's not like a house, but it's kind of like a...
Yeah, it's got like a front porch, and it's kind of built like a house, and it's like got a driveway like a house, and it's on a street that, there's nothing else on it. It kind of has a house vibe.
Yeah, it is.
You might have just gone to a guy's house.
Maybe.
Because how many people were there?
40, 50.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
All
There's people there.
Okay.
Cash only.
I know you love that.
Beer only.
I know you love that.
Karaoke every night.
Beer only's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went there, sang some Natasha Bedingfield, had a nice day.
Hey, you're such a cocksucker for that.
Lance sang some Shania Twain.
Ooh, love Shania.
Yeah, it was
Karaoke.
good.
Yeah.
Beer only. You ever heard of that anywhere before?
Never. But it made me truly want to be like, this is it. Like, this is what I want to open.
It's like a brewery, but not.
Yes. Oh, and when I tell you, there was no fancy beers.
Right. I'm just in terms of only serving beer.
It was domestics, and the only imports were going as far as south of the border.
There's only
Corona.
That's only the second bar I've ever heard of like that. There's that other one in New York City where they don't even tell you what the beer is.
Oh, yeah,
it's like light or dark. It's like
Irish. McSorley's.
McSorley's, yeah.
Bar.
I was going to say McGillicuddy's for some reason.
Well, he fucking owns New York City.
Yeah,
so
true.
It is, yeah.
True. Like, I listen, I cannot recommend that place enough if that's your vibe. Not a single thing there makes sense. All the stools are different colors, different decor. There's Christmas stuff.
Filled it up with like a yard sale from 1984.
Like college house furniture.
Yes.
The sink is on the outside of the bathroom. Yeah, like it's just like a complete shit show.
A hodgepodge, yeah.
Yeah, you can't swear when you're up there. No curse words. Santa doesn't like the GD word or the F word.
Can't take the Lord's name in vain.
Yes, exactly. He wasn't there, but apparently he looks like Santa, and he's the man.
Yep.
Easily a top 10 bar of the nation for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
sad you guys stayed.
We stayed at Barstool River North, where a girl gave me a wet willy.
Barstool
Nashville.
Yeah.
Gave you a wet willy?
Gave me a wet willy. So we were sitting up. What's that? What's that point?
You deserve that.
Why do I deserve that?
You didn't come and hang out with me.
But
it was like, hey guys, like I love Barstool Nashville. I love to support the company. Great people. Love the Stanton and Bowery guys. But you know what? We were there all weekend. I was like, let's do something a little different. And you guys were like, nah.
Dude, part of it for me was like, I'm not going outside again. I'm not leaving the air conditioning until I have to go home.
Yeah, we needed a second wave to go to another bar. Just didn't have it in me.
Yeah.
Just wanted to support,
we had just spent
our company's bar.
Yeah, been at the track all day, sweating our ass off on there too.
Yeah.
And it was just like I can't do it.
Me and Lance closed it out 3 a.m.
I'm proud of you guys. I think I was home by 11:30 that night.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I'm with you if I don't go there. Like if I don't get a vibe change,
yeah,
I'm with you. But I don't know. If you know, you know. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
And next time I go, I will mark my words. If I go to Nashville, I will be at Tannis Pub at some point.
Okay.
It was that lit.
I mean, I think we got to go again with our guy White Sox Dave.
Yeah.
It wasn't Nashville without him.
Yeah.
I almost brought a framed picture of him to carry with us.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad to see him gone.
That was a business decision by him.
Yeah, he had a prior commitment.
Yeah.
It was a family thing, but
still hungover from last Nashville trip.
Exactly. But yeah, NASCAR was good. We had a blast there too. The street race was fun. Chicago and NASCAR is just cursed. I don't know. I don't understand.
It wasn't even supposed to rain.
Yeah.
And it was a torrential downpour.
Yeah, there was like a horror movie lightning strike and then just rain out of nowhere.
And it was like as soon as they said start your engines, it started raining, which is crazy.
Insane. Nuts. But yeah, it was good. And then we're gonna keep rolling it over. We got some good stuff coming up. So that'll be in this Friday, 773, and then I think you guys are Danny, you're from the Northwest Side. You guys are coming to the Northwest Side back-to-back weekends.
Finally got an invite. How
Yeah.
about that?
For what?
Eddie's having a
block party.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're making content out of it?
Yeah.
First I'm hearing.
Oh, I told you that. Didn't we tell him? He was over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure you were there for that, but
Was he?
Yeah, but we've got a plan to go to Eddie's block party. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Are you gonna have the dunk tank and everything or what?
That's during the day. I don't know. I'm still working to
bounce house.
They will have a bounce house,
Nice.
yes, but that's for the kids. That's during the daytime.
Dude, why don't
activity.
they make adult size bounce houses? Like my sister, people just have them now. So my sister, she's got a.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy too.
It is crazy.
We just went into a world where people just own their own bounce houses, and we never really acknowledged it.
Because they're probably, I bet you they're like $100 because it's just like plastic and air. Like, like who fucking, But they have one in their basement, and the
indoor bounce house.
and it's like the kids always want me to come down and play, and then they just go in the bounce house, and then they will say to me like, "You're too big." It's like, well, then why the fuck did you invite me down here to play?
Yeah,
I can't jump around the bounce house. They got to start making them for adults and parents. Like how much harder can that be?
never. I will never do that.
Why? It's fun.
One word: ACL. 3 letters.
They have
What does ACL stand for?
Anterior cruciate ligament.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
That's like a chaps around the office question, make you look dumb.
Yeah.
Anterior cruciate ligament.
Cruciate.
They have like indoor bounce house facilities though, like jump zone.
Dude, I've been to those. They're
There's
crazy.
a trampoline place down the street from us.
Yeah, I'm also like so there was this guy, he played in the NFL, and he played for like the Colts. He went to Northwestern. His name was Matt Oldrich, and he used to like do like our training at Pat's, and like he would come in and he'd work us out like once a month. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, he posted like a picture on Facebook of him. He went to a jump zone, or he went to a fucking trampoline park with his kids or whatever. Mm-hmm. Completely shredded both ACL.
I believe it. I think like it's incredible that there isn't like a juvenile epidemic of ACL injuries from doing the double bounce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you get those, it's either you hit it and you go to the moon, or if you miss the timing, like you're blowing out your knee.
So if a guy who was that fit and in shape and played in the NFL could tear his ACLs, I'm out.
Tara's what?
Seals.
Seals? Okay. I will say, I do think people that are, sometimes you can be too fit, and that makes you more prone to injuries. I think no one got injured back in the day in sports because guys just like weren't fit. They're just like limber. Like, this is my body. I'm going to just throw a fastball. I'm just going to run. Guys, like, having an ACL was like career ender.
Is that true?
Yeah.
No one got hurt?
I mean, people got hurt, but it wasn't like we had the thing last year at the beginning of the football season. It was like 6 guys at ACLs in like week 1 or whatever it was.
So my knowledge, well, I guess this is kind of counterintuitive because I don't know what the split was between like field artificial turf and grass.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, I think the old school AstroTurf
that was bad.
Was like worse for bones and shit.
I think you're right.
And then this is worse for like joints and muscle. Like
that was like playing tackle football in a finished basement, where it was just like the cement slab and then like a thin little layer.
Our high
of
school
carpet.
played on that.
Really?
Yeah.
NFL Street.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
We played on our AstroTurf. Yeah.
Like old school AstroTurf?
Old school AstroTurf.
What year was it?
2009.
I mean, the AstroTurf was gone at that point.
Oh,
that might be like the last AstroTurf field. Is it still in existence?
So that's actually, as we speak, they are remodeling Hanson Park on Fullerton.
I mean, can you start a fundraiser for your school? What's your endowment over there?
That's what I try to tell you. Like, it's not like a fancy schmancy. It's Catholic, but it's not like a
private
fancy schmancy where like we could build our own thing.
That's fucking crazy.
No, yeah,
that's like negligent.
Oh, I know. It's public. It was a public thing, but we loved it though because it was like
home field advantage.
Yeah, it was kind of in like a rougher part of the Chicago.
Okay,
and like like just we played like New Trier there one year.
Just bully the shit out of them.
And like, yeah, you just like
fucking pussies from up north.
You just hear fucking cops and ambulance sirens in the background, and the lights are orange, and like it was
it's like
just
the longest yard
on AstroTurf. It had like some bad boy to it.
Yeah, all right, that's kind of cool actually. I still wouldn't want to play there.
No, it sucked.
Yeah,
but
what kind of even shoes do you wear on that?
Turf shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, but like if you play, it was kind of an advantage if obviously, those teams, they only play one game a year there. They're not getting brand new shoes, so they will wear gym shoes.
Oh, that's a huge advantage. You guys probably should have gone 5-0 at home.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We didn't. Julia Catholic came into town, and they beat us. Mm-hmm. They beat our ass.
They're known to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, we held them tough. It was 7-0 going into the fourth quarter.
What was the final?
35-0.
21-0.
Okay. By 3 scores.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that was the difference between both.
Yeah.
How do we even get on this?
Bounce houses?
Bounce
houses, yes.
Yeah. Dude, a full grown-ass man just coming at you from the sky is always a big problem, too, in a bounce house. Like, he gets a little too high. Maybe he gets double bounce. Next thing you know, you're just on the floor with a dad on top of you.
Yeah.
Bounce house football, like how they used to do slam ball, would be pretty interesting. Do like 7-on-7s in like a giant bounce house.
That would you'd probably get so many more injuries than a regular basketball game.
Yeah,
that would be sweet. Though.
But you're right though. Like it's crazy how people just have those now.
Mm-hmm.
Like same thing. My sisters have kids and they have them.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, wait, are you guys rich?
Yeah. It's like what? A bounce house? Those are a luxury.
Yeah, it's like what Richie Rich would have in his living room.
Exactly. Like
Richie Rich would get it for one birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was such a feature for the block party.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And now it's just standard. Every party has them. But there are places that have, my nephew had a birthday there once. It was just a warehouse, and they had like 20 of these fuckers just around in a warehouse.
Yep.
I remember hearing a long time ago that it was like the best business you could get in.
Yeah, I've heard that before too, yeah. But some of these things, I mean, we're talking like 10 stories high, these things. I'd see this little runt of my nephew go up there, and I'd be like, I don't know if he's coming back.
Yeah, he should be wearing a harness.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll never forget last year at their block party, it like collapsed, and I just saw him get like sucked into the vortex. I was like, oh, no.
He's gone.
I was like, I guess I got to go up there and help him. You know?
Yeah, like Tom Hanks and Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. Little Will was getting sucked in.
So the most expensive bounce house I can find on the internet here is only $3,600, and like the standard, like the one my sister has, I'm seeing as $300.
Crazy.
Do the castles go for more?
Castles go for $9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta.
Castles definitely are a step up. Let's pause again. I want to talk about Universal Beauty, the cartridge razors with Vanderhagen. Make the switch today. From a cartridge razor to a safety razor with Vanderhagen, The safety razors allow you to get a closer, more comfortable shave. The use of one-blade razors help prevent nicks and cuts while making your skin feel smoother than ever. The best part, these blades cost little as $1 a piece and last anywhere from 3 to 5 shaves. This will save you thousands of dollars over the years compared to the cost of cartridge razors. The blades are ice-tempered, stainless steel blades from Germany that are sharp enough to give you the perfect shave. The handle is made to last a lifetime, so the only recurring purchase you have is for the blades. It's great stuff.
Yeah, you look like you could use a little cleanup.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I can. I got to get out there and get a Vanderhagen for sure. I left mine in Nashville, so I'm
left it with Santa.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I should send Santa a Vanderhagen. So check out your local Target and Rite Aid to get yourself a Vanderhagen safety razor today. You won't regret it, guys. Like I said, stop using those cartridge razors and get a Vanderhagen. Yeah, so that's a block party, So I'm working on. I'm upset. My guy who I had on the podcast before last year, Nick Sahajas, he's a Billy Joel impersonator, and he sings Billy Joel and Elton John. He has a wedding that day, so I couldn't get him.
That's got to be a fucking hoot for a wedding.
Oh, well, I think he's just going as an attender.
Because I went to a wedding a couple of years ago that had a Frank Sinatra impersonator, and it was like cool. He played a little longer than I would have liked, but it was like very cool. And I think that a Billy Joel Elton John just has a way better set list. So if you have that as like the after party, after the reception, that would be so sick.
Yeah, this guy's a man. So now I'm back to square one where I'm trying to find someone to play in the garage because I'm getting a new garage. I don't know if you follow me on social. I've been posting stuff.
Major project.
Yeah, dude. Major project. Thing's fucking great. If you're in the market for a new garage, Chicago Garage Builder on Instagram, these guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah. You gonna build a stage in there? Just get Dante the Don to play, dude.
Yeah, I should just get Dante.
Levels on repeat.
Yeah.
I should just get Dante. But no, this guy, like, I kind of just told him what I wanted, and he was like, yeah, like, we don't really do that, but, like, we'll help you out. But like, we got you. Yeah, we got you. And, like, I don't know, garage is such a big deal in Chicago. And I know, like, it became a punchline within Barstool, but honestly, it's been really cool.
And I also, for, like, your part of town, too, like, having, I guess you have street parking there, too, but
yeah,
it just feels like it's all like these little standalone houses.
Yeah.
Like you kind of, like, you need one to, like, complete the house.
Is this going to be a garage with, like, half a man cave? Like, are you going to be going out there for a beer and watching it?
Yes, it will be.
It's big.
Speaking of that, though, can I bring this up?
Please.
I don't like the word man cave.
I hate it too.
Yeah,
I hate.
What would we replace it with?
Can't it just be like, this is like the TV room,
a lounge area?
But TV room insists it's for everyone, when really this is supposed to be just for you,
for
not the kids.
But like this was a thing. I feel like for our dad's generation, like they're the ones who like kind of coined that phrase. Where like, it's my man cave, and I'm gonna like go down there, and it's gonna have it's my one area of the house where I'm allowed to like have my own shit.
I'm gonna have a bear hat on the mantle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can't put my bear hat on the mantle.
She won't let me do that upstairs. So
I
got my signed newspaper from when the White Sox won the World Series in 05 framed down here.
You got that personal recliner that you had the past decade.
Yeah,
caved in.
Exactly.
Just molds your body.
Got the lazy boy down here.
Dude, I don't know why lazy boys get so much shit.
What do you mean?
Girls like hate lazy
recliners.
Yeah, I think they're awesome.
Girls are never trying to lounge. They're always freaking out. You know,
that's gonna go over well.
But when you think around the house, they're always like just running around, or maybe they're laying on the couch. But yeah, girls I feel like are never fully reclined back like that when watching TV.
True, that's true.
Dude, you know what?
There's something to that. They don't know how to lounge.
Yeah, they don't know how to chill.
You phrased that horribly, but once you elaborated, you couldn't be more right.
That's a fact.
Girls don't know how to chill.
We've talked about this before too. It's why they always have like everyone would rag on my TV, but they would just like watch their shows on a laptop.
Yeah,
like literally on a laptop. Well, I stream it through. They're like, why don't you at least connect it to your 40-inch TV?
That's what I mean. They don't care enough about the lounging process. That's all part of it.
Right.
Having a big enough TV to where you can lay back and watch.
Yeah, I think if you offered a girl like, hey, there's two options. You could take that nice recliner, lay back, watch it there, or you could lay on the hardwood floor, but I'll give you a blanket. I think they take the blanket because they value blankets more over the.
Dude, they'll buy a chair that's like a decorative chair. You know, it's like, oh, that chair's not for sitting.
Yeah.
So it's just taking up space because it makes the room look nice or something. This is a struggle I'm dealing with right now.
That's a sore topic.
Well, it's just like, you know, redo all. We gotta throw. Like, I've had my kitchen table 8 years. It's a fine kitchen table, seats for whatever. Getting rid of it. Why? It's not broken. It's not in bad shape or anything. It just doesn't fit the room anymore. Even though it's been in this spot for 2 years. Now everything's getting changed. I also think that they just change everything because they're bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't give the recliner enough time to age, so it molds your body.
Yeah. You gotta wait till that leather softens and gets worn out a little bit.
That's a big thing. They want to change the couch every 2 years. It's like, oh, it doesn't match the recliner now. Well, what are we valuing more here? Comfort or?
I'm kind of rattled right now, I'll be honest.
It's a fact, dude.
We just made 2 very accurate findings in this podcast. A, we didn't make a big deal about the world just getting their own bounce houses.
Yeah.
And girls don't lounge in recliners.
It's crazy. They don't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all starting to make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Why don't you guys just chill?
It's just, girls.
Tell it that. But then if you say, well, can you just chill out? That's like the worst thing you could ever say.
If there is a couch and a recliner, and I don't know, even a love sofa, say, I think 10 out of 10 times girl walks in the room and is never choosing the recliner.
Never.
Yeah.
And we'll judge you if you have one.
Right.
Yeah.
I also had this too. You know, you talk about like movies and whatnot shaping the minds of
The youth.
or shaping the minds of America. You know, oh, if you watch that, like they're going to get about it. You know what? One thing, the movie industry, I could genuinely say that they buried are walk-up motels.
What?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Bear with me here. Okay?
Like, are you?
What do you think about walk-up motels? Like,
What do you?
Like a
Oh,
Super 8?
No, like I'm talking. Super 8's got like a lobby, and like you walk inside to get to your. I'm talking about the one where you pull the car up, and then like
You
the door's
drive to
right
your
there.
door.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think of?
I think of that movie where I think people get murdered.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Prostitution.
Yeah,
then.
that's the point. You think of murder. You
Yeah.
think like I'm not staying there. 'cause
Sketchy.
Well, No Country for Old Men is the movie that pops in my head where he's staying in that, you know, West Texas motel, and there's like Mexican drug lords, and there's like a shootout there. And
Yes.
like, people get murdered.
Yes.
Yeah, like the nicest walk-up motel is still extremely sketchy.
Yes.
Well, almost by design, because if you're staying in a regular hotel, you can't just walk up through the lobby with like your shotgun and murder people going to the right door. Like you have to, like this one, like I'm going to murder that person.
Fine.
Going
But like,
right
do we have statistics? Do we know how many people have died at walk-up motels?
I bet you it's more than at a Hampton Inn.
Fine. But that doesn't mean that it's over 98% when you think it's 100%.
Well, what if it's 0.01%? Still 1 in 1,000 chances. I don't think I'm staying there, dude.
But is that
I
because
have
what the
stayed-
movies taught you or no?
I've actually stayed in 2. I did one it was the only hotel available when I went to a football game in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was like a holiday, I think it was a Holiday Inn or a Days Inn, but it was like that setup. And then it was like, it was gross. Like didn't touch the sheets. Like you just, I was like, someone's been murdered here.
Yeah, someone in a movie will always be running away from someone trying to kill them, and they'll stay at a walk-up motel. Those guys need to start staying at a Marriott. They'll never check there.
It's a good point.
Especially that guy in the No Country for Old Men. Like, you had this briefcase of $2 million or whatever. You could stay wherever the fuck you want.
Yeah, why'd you stay there?
Why'd you stay at the shadiest, most murderable place there is?
Yeah.
Yeah, get an Airbnb. You're never going to find it.
Yeah, but that's my big point here today. That I think those places have been completely railroaded by Hollywood.
Bad PR.
Yeah, that's bad press.
All right, go stay in them. Bring them back, Ed.
The fear is baked into me. I'm not saying like it's rational or I want to like change the.
No, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, it's not going to convince me to stay at a walk-up motel.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I don't think he is right, because I think there's probably art imitating life, where they're like, this is where the murders happen. We should put this in the movie.
Yeah, you can't be getting married at like an A+ suite. getting murdered. Sorry, at an A+ suite.
Like a beautiful, yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, for all the motel owners out there, I see you, I hear you, I can't help you, but.
Speaking of things getting bad PR, so a couple of months ago, there was a story in Chicago about these owls in Lincoln Park, and owls aren't that native to Chicago at all. I've never seen one in real life, but I know they're in the suburbs, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so there was 3 in Lincoln Park, and people started taking notice of them. It was a family, mom, dad, and a kid. And they started dying one by one because they were eating a rat that had taken rat poison.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, man, I just became slightly infatuated with owls. Like, I want to see one. They're like borderline majestic.
They're cool.
Through the years, owls always get portrayed. Their PR is like they're book smart, or like then Harry Potter comes around and they're majestic. But then this Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us music video came out, and OVO, Drake's label, the mascot is an owl, and he's like staring at this owl in a cage, kind of like punking it out. And that took owls down a whole nother notch. All this progress. I feel like you can't use an owl in a commercial for years now, otherwise it's getting associated with a pussy.
Was the owl in the cage?
Yeah.
Let the owl out of the cage, see what happens.
It's just the way that he was taunting
It's a bird of prey.
He made
dude.
a fool out of the owl.
Yeah, from a safe distance when the cage was locked. Fuck that guy.
Well, and then they were hitting an owl pinata.
Fake owl. Dude, owls.
It took owls just took a dive in the PR department because of Kendrick Lamar.
So there's like new rumors of new teams coming into baseball and to hockey and stuff like that. There's not enough owl mascots. I think Temple is the only like major college program. Who else is an owl? Owls are fucking. I'd rather be an owl than an eagle.
I don't like a furry owl.
Those great horned owls though.
Yeah, I don't like a mascot owl.
Why?
I think that's hard to replicate. I think cartoon or real life, there's no.
Well, like the Louisville Cardinal has teeth.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, there's no room in this world for a mascot owl.
There already is one. They have them in college. If I were this Utah team, the owl wasn't even on the list for mascots, and it should have been because they're fucking sweet.
You'd also think there'd be more cheetahs as mascots for sport teams.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, there aren't any
speed,
really.
Cheetahs.
Yeah.
Chester the Cheetah's got that locked down. It's a great mascot.
Yeah, the Cheetah Girls. Maybe that's why.
Tigers have been way overused for mascots and just about everything.
Oh, yeah.
Got Hobbs from Calvin and Hobbs, Tigger, and then Tiger King came around. I mean, I remember we went to, what was it, LSU versus Mizzou? Tigers versus Tigers. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Tiger Bowl.
Yeah. Bulldogs
That's
and Tigers and Wildcats. I think are the 3 that.
Yeah, Wildcats.
I get your point. You know what needs to happen? They need to, Tootsie Pop should really jump on this and bring back the owl.
Dude, I love that owl.
Yes, that owl was great. That owl was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got the Winnie the Pooh owl. You got Hedwig from Harry Potter. OVO owl, R.I.P.
I didn't even know that was their mascot.
Who?
OVO.
So yes, you have. You've seen that symbol before.
I truly don't know if I have. Let me look it up.
Even I know that.
Are you saying I'm more hip than you?
Let me hear you say OVO.
You're 8 years younger or whatever, 7 years younger.
Which I look up OVO owl.
Mm-hmm.
That song's fucking great.
I heard you like him young.
Yeah. Are you? Which side? You're on Drake's side?
I mean, I get Kendrick one, but
yeah,
I like Drake. I think Drake will still have longer staying power than this.
Yeah. It's such a good song though. I don't think I've ever seen this OVO.
I'm not that shocked.
I feel like you can't even live in the world without coming across that owl in the last 10 years.
He's a doo-wop guy.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking for a fucking Billy
do you think
Joel
I listen to a
cover
lot of Drake? I still know what the OVO owl is.
Come on, Eddie.
I don't know what you want me to say. Sorry, guys. Sorry. What else we got? Anything? Any other things to bring up after the long layoff?
Keith Urban was sweet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was nice.
Yeah. So you, me, Dave went to see Keith Urban play in front of like, what do you guess, 100 people, 150 people?
Yeah.
At Carol's Pub, which Carol's Pub is back. So that was like one of my, that used to be, I don't know if it still is, but the original Carol's, which is the same location, was a 4 a.m. country bar, and they would do like line dancing late at night. So we would be like, let's go to Carol's at like 2 a.m. And you would just like, there'd be like 40-year-old divorcees from the neighborhood smoking cigs, and you would line dance with them. It was fucking sweet. And now it's like the same guy, Ed Warm, Joe's on weed, Windy City Smokeout.
Joe's live. And now I think he bought Carol's like 2 or 3 years ago and like redid it and opened it. And he gets like some of these big acts to play there every once in a while. Having Keith Urban at fucking Carol's was incredible. Yeah, that's actually a great thing to bring up. So at the concert, Danny, fair or foul? You weigh in on this move. So first off, we're there, and like Chief said, 100, 150 people maybe, and I actually counted it. We are like 8th back, like we're like from the crowd, from the stage. So like think of like just like a row.
Thinking about it,
we're like 8th, and in front of us in row 7, there's a kid who's at least 6'6".
He was a tall guy.
Tall. Like I was sizing him up against Chief too, and he had at least a couple inches on you.
I'm 6'1". I'd say he was 6'4".
Okay, yeah. 6'4", and like me and White Sox Dave are just camping out behind this guy. Like, can't see a fucking thing. And we're like, all right, what?
All right, who's getting on whose shoulders?
Yeah, exactly. We're about to pull the little rascals, get a trench coat, and hold each other up.
Yeah.
And so, at one point, we got to the right of them, and they were talking the whole time, and like he was with his buddy, and they were just like chatting, whatever. It wasn't bothering me. I don't care. They were nice guys. They said what's up later. So no, I don't have a dog in the fight. But the lady next to them turns around and goes, "Hey, I came to hear him sing, not hear you guys talk. Can you go to the back if you're going to talk?" And they were like stunned, and they just kind of like moved over, like whatever. Fair or foul to talk during a concert?
You're obviously going to talk a little. If you're having like heart-to-hearts, I maybe wouldn't want to hear that. I would never be caring enough to tell them to move, though. Like, how much were they talking?
Can't be sitting there like talking about the Bears schedule. I don't know what
they're
talking
They were
about.
talking the whole time.
It can't be a deep combo.
Yeah, like they really weren't paying attention to the concert. They were talking.
Yeah.
Like maybe a few words in between songs, maybe a conversation here or there, but
yeah,
were they talking enough to where it's like you were even kind of annoyed?
I couldn't hear them talking. She was next to them. I was behind them. I was more annoyed because like I try to get the gap at Keith Urban between them, and every time they talked, they'd lower their heads. So it was like they were like in like a
drafts eating.
Yes, exactly. And then when they do that, I'd be like, "Fuck, man! Like I can't see. I'm getting this gap because I can't see over your tall ass." And then when they would do that, then you heard them, or then I saw them.
It was a view obstruction and
exactly.
talking.
But I wasn't going to say
and noise.
Whatever. I'm not. You know what I mean? And then the lady behind me was like, "Yeah, just switch with me. Like I'd be happy to move up and like whatever." So like she kind of like weaseled them out, and then like they just kept talking. She's like, "Hey, we just won't shut the fuck up." Like, I was like, "Oh," and then like it got in my head so much. Like I'm standing directly behind him, and then like I think Chief and Dave were talking to me, and I like wasn't even talking. I was like, "Dude, I don't want to talk to you. She's gonna tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get the wrath of this lady." So
I feel like
you're in homeroom.
Yeah.
I feel like it would never. Like talking in a concert couldn't necessarily drown out the music, but I'd be more frustrated. It's like, what'd you come here for if you're just going to talk the whole time? That might be what could potentially get me to be like, all right, what are we doing here? Like,
I feel like the only real acceptable things to say in that situation is, do you want another drink?
Right.
Like
yeah.
That's
like, I love this song.
Yeah. I know this one. Like that kind of thing. If you're just having like, how's your day?
Yeah.
Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, they were chatting a storm about something. Like, don't get me wrong, at one point, I don't know if you saw the picture I took of
it was funny.
of Dave. Like Dave's little head is like completely like just on a different level as this other guy's head. He couldn't see the whole concert. So I took a picture, and like we were laughing, we were talking about it. And I was like, fuck, I don't know how much we could talk here. This lady's gonna be pissed.
You really think like did their voices overpower the music? Like could she really not listen to the music?
It's like distracting. I've been yelled at that before one time too. I went to a James Taylor concert, James Taylor and Jackson Brown, and like there was some opener, and I was sitting there, I was talking, but it was like it felt like the concert hadn't really started yet, and the guy like turned around, it was during COVID, and he pulled his mask down. He's like, "I've been waiting 20 years to hear this concert. Like, can you be quiet?" I'm like, "All right,
Fine.
fine."
So, yes, I would say like it was distracting. It was definitely distracting. So I'm like kind of sort of on her side, but I don't.
Let me ask you this: instead of
so anti-confrontation,
instead of talking, what if they were just hooting and hollering for the music the whole time?
I think that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's still you're still drowning out the music by doing that.
you're
Even more so by going, "Woo, I love this." Woo.
Good point.
Or if you're even singing along.
Right. So I think to what I said before, I think I would just be more frustrated, not because I can't hear the music, because like, what are you doing trying to have full conversations about a concert? Not the time or place.
Yeah, it was strange.
I will, in their defense, if you're going to a concert like that, and they were like probably younger for Keith. They were on the younger side. How old do you say they were? 25, something like that?
Maybe.
So they kind of missed the Keith Urban wave of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
If you're just like going to a concert like that with like your bro, your buddy, it's a little awkward. Concerts in general can be a little bit awkward. But like, what do? You kind of like bounce your leg a little bit and try to sing along. So if they're there, like, we don't really know the songs, but we're here. And it was like a special thing. Like, it was, we got the text from Ed Warm to go. It was very limited who could actually get into that show. Yeah. So it's like, you want to go because it's cool. But then once you're there, it's like, this is fucking awkward.
Yeah, it's like being at a movie theater for a movie you really want to see. Then you got a couple of kids like throwing popcorn in the front seats. Like, I'm trying to watch here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to equate it. And I hate when people talk during movies. Like, why are you here if your goal is to not watch the movie?
Yeah, she felt that Keith Urban was getting disrespected. Now, assuming she's a big fan. And
yeah, no, she thought they were ruining her time. Where it's like, but for those guys though, you don't pass up that invite. Like, you still gotta go, even if you don't like. But like, they probably could have just like hung back by the bar or like at the window, and they would have been fine.
You know what I'll say? Fair enough.
What?
It's fair enough. You said fair foul. Fair enough.
Yeah. I think so. She could have been maybe a little nicer about it, but like,
probably
she got to the point where she was just like was fed up.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Because she probably gave him like the 3 turnaround, like half glances,
Yeah.
And it just didn't register.
Yeah, it was like, I immediately middle concert, he's like singing Cop Car. I'm like, I write in my notes app for the show. I'm like, fair or foul, talking at a concert.
Yeah.
Did he do Cop Car last night?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't singing that. It was Love Somebody Like You or something.
Yeah.
It's the lack of like situational and self-awareness that probably pissed me off if I was that girl. Like, I looked at you 3 times, you're still not getting any of my cues. I'm gonna have to tell you to shut up now.
Yeah. It was.
It didn't have to get to that point, but it did.
I thought it was gonna get ugly, but thankfully,
cooler heads prevailed.
Yeah.
Eddie rubbing his hands, hoping for it, like Birdman.
Yeah. No, I literally sat there and I was like, this getting in a fight at a private event like that is probably like the worst thing you could do. You know what I mean? Like, imagine Keith Urban looking out in that crowd and seeing like people fighting. Like,
yeah, it's
like
like
that is not his vibe.
No.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you're +1 at a wedding acting up. Like, oh,
yeah.
chill.
Did you see the guy who is probably 10 feet to our left, who his entire identity is trying to be like Keith Urban?
No.
Same haircut, same build, t-shirt, jeans, like.
Can you get him for the block party?
Honestly, he could be a Keith Urban impersonator.
Really?
Yeah, it was insane. I pointed him out to Dave. I can't remember if I pointed him out to you, but like he was standing outside when I first walked up, and I'm like, Keith Urban's just chilling outside, and I'm like, that's not Keith Urban, but it looked so much like him.
Yeah. Keith Urban hair is sneaky, one of a kind.
Yeah, it's a very rare hairstyle.
You're right. So like, if he like if Keith Urban went to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and that guy snuck out of the closet to hop in with Nicole Kidman would know.
I would hope she would know. I would hope she would know. But like, if he hopped on stage, first, I think depending on where you're standing, you'd be like, oh yeah, here we go, Keith. Like, he looked that much like him.
The Walmart Keith Urban.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Sutcliffe was like chilling like a couple people away.
Yeah. I think he's gonna come in.
Is he?
Yeah, I talked to him
nice.
for a minute. Yeah.
Cool.
So
great.
He's a fucking hoss.
Yeah, he's just a dude.
He's bigger than I thought he'd be.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right then, we gotta wrap this up. This was fun. Great to chat again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. See you tomorrow.